Hello, Gizmos, and welcome back to the last episode of this season in League One. So we start off with Portsmouth away. They've beaten us in the cup and in the home reverse fixture this season. In real life, they're really shit, and Danny Cowley needs to sort it out fucking quickly. The good news from our perspective in this career mode is that Joey is back, just not fit enough yet to come into this sort of team. Just as of yet, but he is back and he is ready to go in like training. So hopefully we can see him back towards the end of the season. I wouldn't say we've not missed him because the other people performed really well, but yeah, it's always good to have your sort of your star men back. Fratton Park, always a great place to come. The atmosphere on a good day is amazing. On a bad day, it can turn very hostile and toxic. So hopefully we can turn it toxic from a Drayton Town point of view. I guess it is kind of a derby in that sense, but yeah, didn't really play really well. Guerres, I don't know who these new players are, but we actually had a good chance here for Curtis. It's an absolutely fantastic save from Ian. I don't know how he saved that, but he tips it onto the post. To keep the goal out, and then Raggett goes up for the header, should be scoring, but misses an absolute sitter. So we get let off the hook from there, and then just before the break, Ronan Curtis was absolutely instrumental. He played it to Pack. It's a good ball into Guerres. I thought he was offside, but he wasn't. He just passes it back into Bishop, who scores to make it 1-0. And Bishop does probably what he does really well. Mikey was injured, so had to take him off as well. So it's not going overly great. And then literally on the stroke of half time, Novio doesn't get close enough. Curtis plays really well into Bishop, and it's 2. And 2 quick fire goals has probably killed this game in all terms of us. And it did, and that's how it ended. There was no goals in the second half. It ended 2-0 to Pompey. And yeah, they just go into the playoff place while we try and get into the top 2. So in terms of our chances, they probably slimmer now going into that. I think if a win against Barnsley here would cement our place in the playoffs and give us a good chance within the playoffs. Not too sure about the top 2 because there's obviously Coventry have got so many games in hand still. But yeah, it's a lot, it's a lot to play for yet, considering what is up for grabs. In terms of, maybe the top 8 can still all go up, obviously with the playoffs, but I definitely think the top 8, 9 can still get into like second and the playoffs as well. So the only downside is that Sheffield Wednesday are absolutely running away with this league, and they can't be stopped. We get off to an absolute, I say flyer. Tommy putting in a really good header in, wins another corner. It's then resent in, and then Tommy again. Barnsley didn't learn their lesson, tried to man mark him, and then lets him get away, and he scores at the second opportunity from the second corner that we take. And then it didn't take long. Barnsley hit back. A really good ball here, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Hits it right into that corner. I don't know if this is a glitch, but they seem to grab the ball and they don't actually celebrate in terms of this. And then Caddy here does really well into Devente Cole, and he squeezes it across. I don't know what Sov was doing. I really don't understand what he was doing. Dan should have cleared his line. Sov come charging out, and he squares the ball across, and they make it a 2-1. Mikey, you would have put your mortgage on Mikey to score that, but we keep the pressure going. Jax's shot is blocked. Look how deep Barnsley are. They can't clear their lines. B gets up with a header. Danny takes a touch and curls it into that far corner. And finally, and I mean finally, our pressure of us putting pressure on to the opposition actually pays off. Normally it's them doing it to us and we always concede. But finally, a lot of pressure. We managed to solve, or still a 2-2 draw against Barnsley, who are up there, by the way. They are definitely up there in contention of going up this season. Our next Exeter away, I definitely felt like this was the game where we needed to win to really cement our place. The draw against Barnsley doesn't solve or seal our top 6 position, so mathematically we can still actually fall out of the top six, but it will probably take something of a miracle for that to happen. Neil charging through the Exeter backline. It's a good shot from B as well, safe, but then it just bundles in off B. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it hit the goalkeeper or the defender, but B bundles it in. He goes up for the header just like he did against the Coventry game. And yeah, it is 1-0 to us, thanks to a header from B. And then Exeter play actually really good football. I don't think it's very long that we stay in the lead for. Same as Barnsley. It's a really good ball into Dieng, scoops it up over the goalkeeper, and look, he just runs to get the ball. I don't know why they don't celebrate, but it's a really good goal from their point of view. And then into the second half, Ocean one-on-one with the goalkeeper. You would have expected Ocean to score. Mikey's obviously out injured. And then here from this corner, I think Mikey actually was injured and he started on the bench because he definitely came on to make an impact. But Alfie, out of all people, you wouldn't expect to be up there to score. Absolutely fantastic header from Alfie into the far corner. Gives us a 2-1 lead with 15 minutes to go. In a really tight game, actually. Credit to Exeter, they actually played really well. But we managed to win, and when we did, I'm back, but I've lost four rating points on my overall sort of what do you call it? Overall sort of rating. I've lost 4 points for being out for so long, but I'm back. It feels good to be back from a long-term injury. You want to get back in and make a difference straight away. And that I kind of did, really. I picked the ball up here. Great switch out to B, who takes a really good touch, cuts outside, and then finds Paul, who does well to feed off the defender, but he went with his left foot. I thought it was a really good save, but it must have just swirled over with his left foot. But I expected Paul to at least try and hit the target from there. And then Port Vale tried to play around with it. It just doesn't work out for him. B puts a good ball over. Keeper come charging out when Mikey's 6'2", 6'3". You don't need to come out and try and claim that, because Mikey just comes out and heads it over the goalkeeper and the defender and scores to make it 1-0. And then he turns provider, setting an absolute, look at this for a free kick, dinks over to the back post. B heads it up and over the goalkeeper. I thought B could have been offside, but he clearly moved when the ball was played. But good for us that he stayed on side and makes it 2-0 to us, and hopefully kills this game off. Again, once you're 2-0 up, you don't want the teams to come back into it and them to get a goal back and ruin your clean sheet. And then I'm back and scores a goal, runs through, left foot, takes a deflection off the goalkeeper. I probably was going to go far right, went left instead, hit the goalkeeper, which made it go into the far corner. And yeah, I'm back on the score sheet. First game back and I score, which is really good. And we seal the victory 3-0 and a clean sheet for Sov, which probably cements his place in winning the clean sheet bonus or the clean sheet win, shall we say. So it's really good. Charlton here, 38 goals. I think it's one of the best in the league, actually, against probably one of the best, mate. 93 goals he scored in 45. But for us, this is the last game of the season. So what's more worrying is that the other teams still have games to play and we don't. I nearly get a goal after 11 minutes. It's a really good save from the goalkeeper of Charlton. And then B swings in a corner. As I said, we've been really good for set pieces over the last couple of weeks. Mikey's header is off the defender's head, goes into the roof of the net, and it is 1-0 to us. So we get off to a fast start. In terms for us, we have to win this game just to keep everyone else. Everyone else still has to play for the rest of the season, but we just have to win this game and do our job on the pitch, which we were doing until 5 minutes later when Stockley took a really good touch. It's a fantastic finish into the roof of the net. I really wanted to also play my reserve team and string a couple of other teams, but I couldn't because we really needed to win this. And then Ryan puts in an absolutely delicious ball. Neil with a great finish. I thought he was going to go left foot, but he lets it roll across his body, hits it with the right foot and manages to score. And Neil makes it 2-1 to restore our lead and hopefully cement this game, and we win and wait for everyone else. Alfie made an absolutely world-class save here. What a save that is from Alfie to keep us in the lead with 13 minutes to go. Charlton are really putting on the pressure because obviously they need to win to keep their momentum alive in towards the playoffs. But late into added time, Joe picks up a loose pass, Alfie into Danny. B manages to stay onside, and in the 4th minute of added time, B scores to seal the victory and then puts a lot of pressure on other teams. Great little cutscene as well, because it means a lot to us that, we have to just wait to see what the other team does in terms of this. So this is how it finishes now for us. Coventry have 3 games in hand. So if they pick up 2 wins, we then have to go through the playoffs. So really tight for us. Sheffield Wednesday run away with the league and they already won it so far away. Charlton had a miracle to get in there, but I don't think they could. So it was in terms of Sunderland. Since Pompey beat us, they absolutely bottled everything. They drew a couple of games, lost a couple of games, and yeah, just not really good enough and really bottled the league like they do in real life. So what Pompey do in real life and what they do in FIFA is absolutely the same. So the teams that we really had to hopefully not get there was definitely Coventry and Barnsley. Wickham had an outside chance. They had to win both of their games and to really get in there. Pompey end on 67 there. Wickham on 80, so 72 points for Blackpool and 68. So it is tight. Pompey couldn't do it. They could only get 70 points. In terms of teams going down, so I think there was a couple of teams that were really going down. Charlton, so surprised Charlton were not quite just inside. I'll probably switch them around for Blackpool. I would have got rid of Wickham as well. They're absolutely crap. So the first games happened. So Charlton drew, Blackpool won, and they finished on 72. Barnsley also won. Coventry only managed to draw, and then in the next game, Coventry drew again. So they end on 82. Wickham actually end on 86. With us, but our goal difference is just a little bit better. We conceded a lot. I think it was 14 goals better off that Wickham needed. Pompey finished the season in 9th, so that's piss poor from them, but I don't really care. In terms for us, we're going up in 2nd, so we will be playing Championship football next season, so I'm really, really excited about that. First time I don't think I've ever won a league. And we've grown up in 2nd place, which is absolutely fine. I don't really care. In terms of goalkeepers, Sov won the clean sheet out of the 3 goalkeepers. So 6, 5 and 4. So he'll get a bonus regardless of that little competition, because even though he didn't get his clean sheet bonus, I'll still give him a bonus for winning out of 3. In terms of goal scoring, B, sensational this season. And Mikey ends on 32 goals with 15 assists, but Mikey does that season after season. He's one of the best that I know. Massive improvement from B in terms of rating going up, his performance, finishing 2nd. Normally finishes 5th or 6th. Neil and Mikey are always up there. Myself is always up there. So incredible for B. Ocean, who had that chance against I think it was Exeter, who should have scored it. Easily could have had double figures, but he didn't. Tommy, 11 goals last season, 8 this season. Tommy's already got over 20 goals in 2 seasons from a defensive midfielder. Incredible. Danny, Jack's all on 6 as well. Dan, our captain, 3 goals for him, 2 in 1 game and then 1 in another game. So he's setting sort of the standards. Paul, 3 goals is good, and I think he got a couple last season, but just expect that maybe that little bit more from him in terms of sort of the season and what we want from him. 6 goal contributions all season is probably not good enough, but again, I guess he did keep 16 clean sheets, so it's pretty good. Chris, marvellous, 11 clean sheets, but 2 goals from him. Dave, 2 goals. Alfie, 2 goals. And Kian, 1 goal as well. So that is the end of the season, guys. We go up in 2nd. So really happy about that. What makes a difference now is that we are going to do a new kit for home, away and 3rd, but we'll keep the blue and the white for the home, but maybe change just the stripes just a little bit. All 3 kits will change. New stadium. If you want a colour choosing on the 3rd kit or the away kit, drop a comment what you want and the style, and I'll put that in there for you as well. But that is the end of the episode, guys. I've got to wrap all of this up, then we've got to get on to the new season, so hopefully it'll be a couple of more days. But thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you all for the next season when we're in the Championship.